So it's regular guard rush, I guess. Okay. That's 2. Well, that's more than 5. Ah yeah, these guys. Nice. I've been playing Boss Rush, Boss Rush actually, and this thing, you know, can be a problem. Snake peered down the corridor. Another hail of bullets came to greet him. This time, the coast was clear. He pressed forward, past the bodies of the fallen enemy soldiers, and then entered the cargo hold. The cargo hold was dominated by a massive shape covered by a tarp. There was no mistaking it. It was a Metal Gear, the ultimate weapon of the 21st century. Sensing that they said it. Sensing the place to be deserted, Snake approached the Metal Gear. Its immense shadow loomed over him. He peeked under the tarp, but what he found was nothing more than a decrepit shell. The armor plating was speckled with rust. The body was covered with a thick layer of dust. The old, badly outdated actuator was a crisscross roadmap of tiny cracks. It looked as if it hadn't been used in over 10 years. Do not look so disgusted, a voice suddenly sounded behind Snake's back. What you see before you is a magnificent legacy of hatred left to me by my distinguished predecessor. You really should treat it with more respect. Snake turned around in time to see Sergei Golukovich emerge from the shadow of a pillar. Drop your weapon, said Golukovich. Make me, Snake retorted. Golukovich dragged another figure out from behind the pillar. It was Meryl. He drew her closer and jabbed his gun against her throat. Snake watched as the barrel slowly traced the contours of the slender white neck and brushed gently against the corner of her mouth. He threw down his gun. A wise choice, said Golukovich. All right, Golukovich, let her go. Meryl shook off Golukovich's grasp. Golukovich pointed his gun at Snake. He regarded Meryl with a leer. Suddenly, Snake realized what was going on. Meryl was working with Golukovich, meaning, so you were the leak. Meryl was silent, confirming Snake's fears. But why? What if I told you that it was my father's dying wish? Meryl looked pleadingly at Snake. I'll ask you one more time. Please leave this place. Oh, because Campbell has a grudge and she hates Campbell. Gotcha. I can't do that. Golukovich cocked the hammer of his gun. Then I'll just have to get rid of you. He pulled the trigger. No! Meryl grabbed Golukovich's hand from the side. The bullet went astray, striking the ground between Snake's feet. We had a deal. You promised you wouldn't kill him. As the two continued to argue, Snake retrieved his USP and made his escape. As he ran, he heard the sound of Golukovich shouting angrily at his men, "Kill him!" Snake heard Meryl trying to stop him, but he didn't turn back. His only thought was to escape as quickly as possible. God Rush. Different this time. Oh yeah, this is why we had the fucking... This is why they gave us the shit. Oh, that's why also we hadn't any enemies here. Because they are coming past now. Alright. Stun grenade! Thanks for the rations, though. Oh, M4. Thank you. Okay. Ah! What are you doing? Ah! What are you doing? I hate that part. Why are you not rolling? AK suppressor, yeah, this is what I'm playing, what I need for this part. Good. Okay, I thought we still had to rush. Snake closed the watertight door behind him and turned the handle to lock it. That should buy me some time, he thought. In the meantime, there was something he had to check on. He called Campbell on the codec and described what had happened. Meryl and Gorlukovich. Campbell's voice quivered. Meryl had something about her father's dying... Said something about her father's dying wish. What the hell was your brother doing in this country anyway? Campbell explained, during the Cold War, while the country was under the control of a pro-American dictator, the American military had been conducting a top-secret project in Eldera. Matt Campbell had been a member of that project. When the Cold War ended, the project was terminated as well, and Americans had prepared to withdraw from the country. Matt, however, went AWOL. Shortly afterward, the pro-American regime, having lost its backing, was faced with armed uprisings among the country's minority groups. Eldera was plunged into civil war. Matt's corpse was discovered later. Spetsnaz had been behind the uprising, and the name of their commander was Sergei Gorlukovich. Some say that Matt was actually collaborating with Gorlukovich, but I don't believe it for a minute. Campbell's words made it sound as if he believed that Gorlukovich himself had killed Matt. Is that why you've been so obsessed with Gorlukovich for all this time, asked Snake? Yes, admitted Campbell. He hated Gorlukovich. Hatred spawned hatred in kind. Were you involved in the project too? No. There's a rule against that. We're forbidden to take part in an operation involving family members. They say it compromises your judgment. Is that all? I guess Matt wanted to put some distance between us at the time. Campbell's voice was tinged with regret, but he ventured no explanation as to the reason behind his brother's actions. The antique Metal Gear you saw is the end result of that project, that's all I know. The whole thing is highly confidential. Even now, the records are all sealed. I believe it, thought Snake to himself. After all, it was only natural for people to try and forget horrible things that happened in the past. Governments were no exception, but some people held on to these kinds of memories. Some people never forgot their hate, like Gorlukovich and Campbell. Snake, we can't let Gorlukovich and his men escape with that Metal Gear, said Campbell. Well, it's rusty, it doesn't work. It could still be armed with live nuclear warheads. They are probably planning to test the Metal Gear's capabilities somewhere out at sea. You have got to change the course of the ship. Head for the bridge. Snake had no objections. Gotcha. Okay, wait. We have the suppressor for the AK, but we don't have an AK, but we have the USP, and this is all we need, actually. So, let me get my HP back first. Also get the sensor out. Just bleeding a little bit right there. That time of the month for good old Snake. Disgusting, shouldn't have said that. Let's see. Well, we have something here, probably not. Still gonna check, however. I don't mind then. I hear no beeping from the shits, but just to make sure. Ah, goddamn, of course we have to go the long way through. Through here. Where's that guy? Oh wait, he was on the floor below us, I think, right? There you go. Serves you right, you dick. Watch out. Well, this makes everything considerably more easy. For once, thankfully. Oh, I could have gone this way too, but then the problem is obviously this guy's patrolling like up and down here, so I have to literally go in this way so he doesn't hear me when I walk over the grating here. Or, if he doesn't go all the way here, I just hide here and then try to ambush him that way. I thought I literally had to go up because I didn't see like I could actually, you know, there's a connecting line there. Connecting bridge, obviously, but you know what I mean. Know what I'm saying? Is he? I shot him in the head, actually. He died, but he still screamed somehow. Okay, he saw that. So you're the next to go. Oh, he saw me. Of course he did. Also, light source that you can't shoot. One of the few. I have the sensor out, so we should know if there's something cooking. So we have to go back to the bridge again. Colonel says that Gulukovich might join up with his people and get a hold of Metal Gear. I must get to the bridge before that happens and change the ship's course. Exactly. See if I have to deck a fool. I don't. Not yet. In unison. How fucking adorable. Can I go out here? Oh yeah, I can. Oh, hold up. What? Oh shit, footsteps. Or footprints. Footsteps. Hold up. What is he watching? Hold the trap phone. Wait. Oh, he's okay. It looked sus, but it's actually just Metal Gear. Okay, gotcha. Okay. How did he see footsteps there? I'm thinking. Oh, no, wait. No. I thought he saw like a shadow now or something, but no.
Freeze.
If we are like a huh? And we know that there's another guard here. And we have... Yeah. There is another guard. So far he hasn't seen him though. Where's the other? Oh, there she is. There she is. Hold up. Good. Inappropriate behavior. Okay. Okay. No eagle vision on this guy.
Freeze.
Get out of here. Locked. Okay. Wouldn't have surprised me, to be honest. See if it's easier from this point. I can't see the guard on the left that is in the bar area, basically. This is kind of the shit that pisses me off. I Also, where in the dick is the fucking AK? I have a suppressor for that shit. And where is that fucking guard? Think I see him there? I was thinking actually, but this is actually not silenced, so that's a problem. Okay. Let's make sure, quote unquote, that that guy is... Actually, is it silenced? Let's see. Okay, works. It is silenced. Confirmed. I was checking out the bar. Is he seeing them? Oh, he saw me. Okay. Fuck out of here. And quickly go back in just to see if there's... Okay, hello there, fellas. Just to see if there's something for us to grab. Maybe like the AK is somewhere here. There was a book here. And there are 3 books. Fuck yeah. Uh-huh. I knew it had to be here. Give me that suppressor. Barely have any ammo, but you know, that's besides the point. Okay, so we have to... Wait, this is probably locked. Yup. Well, locked, you know what I mean? Let's go this way. Okay. You come here, you're dead. You turn around.
Freeze.
Get out of here. Okay, next guy.
Freeze.
See ya. I was holding down the fort. Cameras are still out. They seem to stay out. Which, you know, your boy doesn't mind one ding dong damn bit. Do I have... I do have a ration left, okay. So we have good news, everyone. Yeah, as soon as you have like a silenced weapon, you know, game gets considerably more normal, humane. Okay, yeah. You, my dude, go down first. Oh, shit. Almost fucked it up. Oh, wait, I can disable the shit here. Imagine I go through and it just still blows up. Okay. Get the penicillin. Gotta spare you guys. Playing God for a second, you know. I think it was M4 ammo. Nice. That's what your boy wanted. Snake made his way to the ship's bridge. Outside the window, beyond the storm, he could see the figure of Meryl. If we're gonna fight Meryl now as Olga, you know, like taking the place of Olga would be funny. He opened the watertight door and stepped into the navigation room. Meryl turned around. You're late. Were you waiting for me? There's no one to interrupt us here. I need to tell you something. You mean like the reason why you're helping the man who killed your father? Is that what my uncle told you? Snake nodded. Meryl shook her head. He was lying, Meryl explained. Matt Campbell's part in the top secret Metal Gear development project in Eldera had been to ensure the country's stability. Part of his job was feeding falsified information to the minority separatists' guerrillas, and he was good at it. First, he'd pick a suitable candidate. Next, he'd find his target's weak point and use it to blackmail him. Then, he'd dangle a carrot in front of the victim's eyes and convince him to cooperate. Matt would then send his now willing accomplice into the ranks of the separatists. Once there, the spy provided the Americans with useful information, selling out his comrades in the process. But in carrying out his mission, Matt made one fatal error. In his dealings with the separatists, he came to sympathize with their cause. He became enchanted with the idea of independence. He grew to resent the US for the way it exploited a smaller, weaker nations for its own gain. As per usual. In the end, Matt decided to help the guerrillas create their own nation. He wanted to give them the trump card they needed to secure their independence, and what better gift than a bipedal nuclear-capable walking tank that was conveniently being developed in Eldera, albeit secretly and quite illegally, by the American military. Sergei Golukovich, who was also supporting the guerrillas, agreed to cooperate. Matt's plan was executed. The guerrillas succeeded in stealing the Metal Gear from the American base, but then their plan was discovered. Matt was executed by the Americans. Meryl's father had been punished for the crime of believing in his own ideals. The price of having a conscience was high in those troubled times. In the tumult of the civil war that followed, the Metal Gear disappeared. The Metal Gear disappeared without a trace. However, 6 months ago, its existence was reconfirmed and the Marines had been sent to recover their long-lost dirty secret. After hearing the true story from Golukovich, Meryl agreed to... Well, said by Golukovich. Meryl agreed to follow his instructions and infiltrate the Marines. Her intent was to transfer the Metal Gear over to the guerrillas through Golukovich, who was still providing support to the rebels. In this way, she could carry on her father's memory and the ideals for which he died. Is that what Golukovich told you? Asked Snake. Meryl nodded. Snake shook his head. Why would you believe it? Like you... I don't know if he knows that she has a problem with Colonel Campbell, but it seems to exploit that to the highest degree. And then, of course, she's just gonna believe it because, oh no, Campbell is a bad guy. Didn't it ever occur to you that he might be lying? Exactly. Meryl looked at Snake with sorrow in her eyes. You're not going to let me get away, are you? So what are you going to do now? Meryl drew her gun and pointed it at Snake. Make love to me. You're not going to shoot me, said Snake. She released the safety with her thumb. Watch me. Meryl? Is it Meryl? It is Meryl! Okay, that's awesome. That's dope. So we either kill her or we trank her. Bruh. Oh, I love this. This is great. Okay, this is gonna be interesting here. Meryl Golukovich. I mean, of course I'm gonna trank her, you know. Oh, shit. It goes automatically. Have our fingers ready at the pentasimeter. Because, you know, when I was using that, I was like, oh, we're probably gonna be needing that in a bit. Oh, shit. Yeah, exactly. Gone. Wait, do they give us trank ammo? Oh, they don't. Was it a one-shot? Cold piece. Okay, I'm gonna kill her, I guess. I want to replay that and then also only trank her. That's interesting, though. Maybe we fail if we kill her, but the thing is, like, we don't get any ammo for trank. Meryl, do you want to read a book, maybe? Oh, I didn't have the shits out. It's fucking Meryl. This is so weird. This is so weird. Oh, come on. There you go. Look at this. Man. I mean, you know, the thing is, like, of course they wouldn't just, you know, model Meryl for... They wouldn't just model Meryl for that one standoff with Snake at the bridge. Obviously not. Shit, this is something. Your voice kind of changed, Meryl. That's what hanging out with Gorlukovic does to you, I guess. Shit. This is like when you play a randomizer in Resident Evil 3. Or yeah, go in this case in Metal Gear Solid terminology, you just go to the theater mode and replace, and in the end replace Solidus with Rose, and Raiden still says Raiden. That's actually an achievement. So Rose literally basically kills Raiden. Torture, eh? Well, I wanted to trank you, but you know you wouldn't listen. You know your game doesn't give me the shit, so there's that. Alternate universe. Almost. To me, you're like Meryl. Target practice. From a rap song. Snake watched as Meryl crumbled to the ground. He rushed to her side and cradled her in his arms. She was bleeding profusely. Her breath was faint and her wounds were mortal. Snake collapsed her tightly to his chest, covering the wounds he himself had given her. He felt her body grow cold and I should have saved before. And lifeless in his grasp. "Do not trouble yourself over it," said a voice behind Snake's back. It was Gorlukovic. He held a pistol in his hand. "Why were you using Meryl?" Snake demanded, fighting to control his anger. "Using her? I merely told her what she wanted to know." "I don't think so." A slight smile crossed Gorlukovic's face. It was the smile of a master strategist, a smile that told of lies, manipulation, and betrayal. "Perhaps I did embellish the truth a bit. After all, people will believe what they want to believe. Is this your idea of revenge on the Colonel? Of course. He deserved to suffer. I will make him squirm in agony until his pain is as great as the suffering of all of the men that I have had to bury, all of the widows and orphans they left behind." Gorlukovic hated Campbell. Campbell hated Gorlukovic. Hatred spawned hatred in kind. That's why I chose her. Is she not the most important person in Campbell's life? This I heard from Matt as he lay dying. "So it was you that killed Matt." Gorlukovic's eyes darkened for an instant. "I see my reputation precedes me. I simply gave him that which he desired. He was only waiting for someone to kill him. That is the kind of man he was." For a moment, it almost looked as if Gorlukovic were truly grieving the loss of an old friend. Perhaps his grief was real, but the look soon passed. "I will not hand the Metal Gear over to the Elderian guerrillas. My men and I have other plans for it. The machine itself may be a wreck, but all we really need to do is recover the nuclear warheads and the launching system. A nuclear-equipped ballistic missile is still a precious commodity even in this day and age." Should have actually given him the Russian accent. Snake gritted his teeth, was a little bit too enthralled in the story there, actually. Gorlukovic laughed. "Do not be so angry with me. This is Matt Campbell's dying wish. This was his intention from the beginning." "What do you mean?" "What do you mean? If you do not believe me, then ask him yourself." Gorlukovic aimed his gun at Snake. "In hell!" The sound of a gunshot ripped through the air. Gorlukovic fell to the ground. The shot had come from Meryl. Meryl's body slowly went limp in Snake's arms. The gun slipped from her fingers. "Snake." Meryl moaned. She looked as if she were trying to say something. Snake lowered his head closer to her mouth, but his ears could not detect the slightest trace of breath. Bad ending. Confidential legacy. That was cool. I like that one. The boss rush or the guard rush wasn't too bad actually, because I play a lot of boss rush lately and I always die at that point, so I kind of know how to do that. I'm gonna replay that because I want to actually go for like a truer ending because Meryl is still alive. Spoiler alert for future Metal Gear installments. But yeah, I want to go for the trank thing because like when you replay these parts, they are a little bit easier in that you have the M9 from the get-go. That's also why you found the ammo for it. So yeah, I'm gonna replay this real quick. I'm gonna go right to the Meryl boss fight. This is really fucking awesome. I love that. I'm gonna go back to that. And then I'm gonna see you right at the Meryl boss fight. And then we're gonna M9 her goddamn ass. And I'm gonna make sure I have enough ammo. Well, we should. But you know, this is fucking odd. Like, this is like you know, the entire Snake Tail kind of things is pretty cool. I love it. I love what they're done with that. Nowadays, there would be DLC. But also that they even changed the character model to Meryl. It's just so cool. Lovely. Absolutely. I mean, you know, the thing is, like, as I mentioned, you know, it would have been cool to see, again, what Snake would have... Like, if Snake Tails literally was, like, what Snake was doing when you were playing as Raiden during the Big Shell incident. But this one... These little stories are cool. There's one that is just, like, a fucking fever dream, and that is the last one that we're gonna get to. Probably B. ABC. Sure. Which is Eternal Gazer is probably like a fever dream from what I've heard. But yeah, I'm going to replay Confidential Legacy. I'm going to see actually if we have an M9. If yes, then, you know, you see that right here. You're going to see it on the video shits also. So either this video is going to end now and I'm going to see you next time in Dead Man Whispers, or I'm going to see you right after this for the Meryl boss fight again with the Tranquilizer. So yeah, with that being said, see you in the next one, or see you right now, basically. And we're back, and we have the M9. We have a little bit of ammo for the PSG-1T. Not much, however. Oh yeah, here we go. Meryl. Meryl boss fight. So fucking bizarre. We're gonna start with the PSG-1T, actually, because I have the least amount of ammo for this. With more than enough pendaciminum, however. Goddammit. So far for that. Could have prevented one continue. Oh well. Fuck's sake. I'm gonna leave that in, I don't care. I tried to position myself. Okay, fuck you, Meryl. Now I'm not crouched. I don't get it. Snake, please. Okay, I can see her from there. Wanted to make sure. Good. Okay. 3 more shots. I get her? Not sure. I think I got it. Yeah, I got her. Couple of shots wasted, but I think 32 with the M9 should be good. Also went through and tranked a couple of guards on my way here, so you can use a little bit of your ammo. You don't find much, but as you can see, you know, enough. Just make sure you don't use the trank when you run away from the guards, you know? When you have that whole thing. For God Rush, maybe you can, a couple of them, but not all of them. Ah, well, maybe actually. But we'll see what the ending is gonna be here. Oh, shit. That was wrong. Shit, she got the grenade out. No! Okay, yeah. Just because I wanted to fucking equip the ration just to make cheesy. Can hit it from there. Can't hit the tarp from there either. I see it. There you go. Now she's not moving away from the light. Okay. That should do it. Can't get an angle there. If if you go up here like this, I realized when I did boss rush right here, she's going right, and then you can mess up her AI basically, so she doesn't throw the grenade, so you can align yourself again. There you go. You go left, right. That it? No, she's left. No, you're staying right. Oh, no. Just pop up like this, so she doesn't throw a grenade. That just messes up her AI. Yeah, now she stays there. Don't pop up. Yeah. You learn a lot from boss rush. Let's see. Snake watched as Meryl crumpled to the ground. He rushed to her side and cradled her in his arms. Fortunately, she had only been temporarily knocked out. He clasped her tightly to his chest. "Do not trouble yourself over it," said a voice behind Snake's back. It was Golukovich. He held his pistol in his hand. "Why were you using Meryl?" Snake demanded, fighting to control his anger. "Using her?" Oh yeah, I think we had all of that. Yeah, right. The revenge thing. Okay. Golukovich, the sound of a gunshot ripped through the air. Golukovich fell to the ground. The shot had come from Meryl. Meryl staggered painfully to her feet and turned her back to Snake. The rain beat down upon her ragged frame. "Meryl, please just don't say anything." Her shoulders were trembling. Snake wondered if she was crying. The tanker and the metal gear it was carrying were recovered by US forces. Meryl, meanwhile, found herself the subject of a military inquiry. Several days later, Snake ran into Campbell while visiting Meryl at the detention center. According to Campbell, the military had conducted a full investigation on the recovered metal gear. It was judged to be a complete failure. Yeah. Little more than scrap metal. The nuclear warheads, too, were nothing but cheap imitations. Whether or not Matt had been aware of this was unclear. There were no records left, and Campbell added it was his fault that Matt had betrayed his country. "What?" Snake exclaimed. "Matt hated me, and not just me either. He hated his wife too. And Meryl." "What are you trying to say?" "Meryl is my daughter." Snake was thunderstruck. Well, yeah, okay, this is Snake Tale, so this is not canon. He stared at Campbell in utter disbelief. "So, you and your brother's wife?" Campbell nodded. "I knew what I did was unforgivable, but I thought she..." He hung his head. "Did Matt know about it?" He sensed that something was up. That's why he went to Aldera alone, to get away from us, and that's where Golukovich found him. The first rule of intelligence gathering was to find your opponent's weak point. Dig up the ghosts of his past. Rub salt into his old wounds. Then pretend to sympathize. Gain his trust. Steal his heart. Then he would be yours to control. In Matt, Golukovich had found the perfect target. Does Meryl know about this? No, but I was about to tell her. With that, Campbell turned and started walking towards the visiting room. As Snake watched him recede into the distance, he thought to himself, It would take time for Meryl to accept the truth about what had happened. He wasn't even sure whether or not she'd ever acknowledge Campbell as her father, but it would be enough for Snake if, one day, the two could smile at each other once again. There wasn't any room in the world for more hatred. Lovely. So I guess this is like the best possible ending that we can get. We're gonna see, however, what's... Like, you know, in terms of like, in rank speech, we're gonna see what rank we get for this one. But yeah, you know, as I mentioned already, you know, if you compare all of the strings that we had so far, like okay, story-wise, the drug dealer arc was pretty cool, like the Ghost of Big Shell. I like that one the most, storyline-wise, I think. But in terms of just gameplay and work put into it, I guess, like, you know, in terms of like visuals, definitely this one. I mean, you fight fucking Meryl. This is fucking great. And you know, we're gonna see if we see like other characters. I mean, I think like in Substance, which by the way, I found it. I know now where I kept it when I was showing you all of the games that I have from Metal Gear Solid. Obviously, I have Substance right here. And in Substance, there was like in the second, I think it was in the Substance one, the second disc that is missing for some reason. There is you have like the model viewer, and you can basically go and look at the big shell models, you can look at the character models, and I'm not pretty, but 50% maybe sure that there was the model shits also for Mei Ling. So I don't know if there was one for Meryl, but if there was one for Mei Ling, then you know, your boy is holding out hope that we're gonna see her eventually. Maybe. We'll see. It still says ABC. Next one is ABCD, I guess, or something like that. Yeah, as I mentioned, that was it for Confidential Legacy. And as you can see, you know, as you go through, if you go for different endings, you also get different endings, obviously. It's kind of like, you know, from reading this, it kind of feels like if you were reading the novels. Haven't read them yet, but, you know, I'm about to. But maybe that's how it maybe kind of feels. We're going to see how it's worded, however. But yeah, my friends, again, as I mentioned, that was it for Snake Tales Confidential Legacy, going for both endings right here. Hope you enjoyed it. And next time we're going into Dead Man Whispers. Pretty sure that is going to be the next boss fight, aka Vamp. I don't know if External Gazer is going to be Solidus, or Suslidus, but we'll see. But yeah, next time we're going to go into Dead Man Whispers. Again, I hope you enjoyed this one. I mean, we fought fucking Meryl, so you know. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and I hope to see you all next time when we tackle Dead Man Whispers.